I wonder if at the end of his Q&A, there's just gonna be like a guy that jumps from behind an amp just on fire, like in the Boys Gonna Rock video. That'd be pretty rad.
Rock and roll time machine. Rock and roll time machine. Rock and roll time machine.
What's going on, people of YouTube land? Kimchi Chris here, and welcome to today's video. And for today's video, I wanted to discuss a topic about something that was announced just 2 weeks back as of the recording of this video. This is being recorded at the end of August 2018. I would have put out a video the day this was announced, but I was having problems with my internet. Thank you, Comcast. And then even when I got the internet back up and running, I couldn't get videos to upload. So that's why I've been kind of out of the picture for the last couple of weeks. But I'm back now. I know that wasn't really that long of a time, but we have had 2 weeks to really see the fan reaction to this announcement, to see what people are thinking, and to see some very interesting thoughts and opinions come out about it. And what I'm talking about is the fact that Vinnie Vincent, that's right, Vinnie Vincent is going to make a public appearance in 2018 at the 2018 Atlanta KISS Expo on January 18th and 19th. That's right, Vinnie Vincent is going to leave his house. He's going to be social. He's going to come into the world and say, hey, I'm still alive. I'm not in the news anymore for allegedly beating my wife or having dead dogs or anything like that. And if you ask me, this is amazing news. I'm so excited that we are going to hear from Vinnie Vincent. Well, I didn't think this would ever happen. I did not think this would ever happen. I thought that the last we would hear about Vinnie would be his obituary, in all honesty. It would be sad, and everybody would just be like, well, we hadn't heard from him for, 30 or 40 years, because it's been about 20 years since he's been in the public eye outside of being in trouble for the thing I mentioned earlier with the wife and everything. But it's been about 20 years, and his last public appearances were also at KISS Expos. He released that little EP, Euphoria, in the mid-90s, but even that had recordings on it that were from the late 80s, early 90s, and Vinnie has just been away from all of us for a long time. He's never lost, the legend that he has about himself. He's never left any of our minds, never left any of our hearts, and love him, hate him, he's a mysterious guy, and the fact that they have him booked is amazing for this convention. This convention, I would guess, is going to do extremely well with this. This is a big deal, having Vinnie Vincent in 2018, such a big deal. And what he's going to do at the convention, he's not performing any music. He's not going to touch a guitar, even possibly, because he's not signing them there. He's going to be doing a autograph session. He's going to be doing a photo session, or a couple of both of those, and he's going to be doing some Q&A sessions. And out of the gate, I have to say, the thing that I'm most excited about with this would be the Q&A sessions. Wow, that's a brave thing. I don't care if you love Vinnie. I don't care if you hate Vinnie. I don't care if he's your neighbor, your uncle. I don't care if he, peed on your lawn. Vinnie is very brave to do a Q&A session, a public Q&A session, as his first thing being back in the public eye, basically. Think about it. There's so many questions to ask. I mean, is this going to be, monitored? Are they going to pre-screen these questions? Because honestly, this could open him up to a lot of bad things, in all honesty, as well. And I don't know that that's really an appropriate thing, but it could happen. It really could happen. I mean, this guy has been, as we said earlier, in the news for so many things. Even back in the mid-90s, he did a pre-order for a big box set, a cassette box set, and charged an astronomical amount, and no one ever got their products. So, between that, he's also released things on his website that you could order that you just couldn't get. He's always charged a lot for these things. He acts like he is the most important member of the band ever, and in some people's minds he is, but this is a very brave, a very interesting move. If I was him, I don't know that I'd want to do a Q&A. Honestly, I mean, an autograph session, sure, fine. Pictures, sure, fine. That can be monitored. People can ask him stuff in private that way a little bit while they're talking to him, and he doesn't even really have to answer because they have security guards there, but an hour-long Q&A on the regular convention day, and then a Q&A for the VIPs the day before. So basically 2 hours of Vinnie Q&A. That's interesting. That blows my mind. It blows my mind that he's going to do that. It's really cool. I mean, I'd be a little bit more surprised, honestly, if he was going to play music, but it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that. Atlanta's not that far from where I live here in Nashville, so that makes me honestly want to take the trip just to see the Q&A, more so than even meeting the man. But honestly, getting a photo with him would just be amazing. And, one of the biggest things about this is the moneymaker for the convention. This is the only guest they have announced so far. And I think this is going to be very lucrative for the convention. I think this is hard to deny. Even people are apprehensive to actually buy a ticket in advance. That's not everyone out there, because, looking at these prices here for the tickets, the VIP one is $289. You can get a lot of cool bonuses with it and things like that. I mean, it's not the worst deal in the world, and it's already sold out. They only had 100 of them, but at $289, they have sold 100 of these. And it sold out pretty quickly. You know, we're 2 weeks after the announcement and it's gone. So that right there shows you the amount of dedication that people have to this guy. And the other tickets aren't exactly the cheapest in the world. I mean, you have the $75 pink version of the ticket where you get some little extras and things like that for the meet and greet. And then you have the $45 regular admission ticket. And if you ask me, that seems a little bit high compared to some of the KISS Expos, especially with only one guest being announced so far. But I don't even want to think about what these promoters have had to pay to get this guy to come out of his house and interact with the public, because it's got to be a lot of money. And going back to the bravery thing, these promoters are brave. Because if this guy cancels, if he's a no-show, if he doesn't show up, if he just doesn't come last minute, they are going to have a storm of people so mad at them that I wouldn't want to take that on for anything, honestly. I mean, this is definitely a labor of love. They are ensuring people in the FAQ on the website that Vinnie will show up no matter what. Vinnie will show up, but you never know with this guy. You never know with this guy. He's a mysterious guy. Some people think he's a weirdo, but you know, he's a very mysterious guy. He doesn't like dealing with the public. He's said this several times over. And one thing they're doing, probably to prove to people that they actually do have Vinnie and that they've had contact with him, is on September 1st, 2018, so just a couple of days from the recording of this video, there's going to be a 30-second promo video for the convention. That's what they say on their website, and it will feature Vinnie Vincent talking about his appearance. Now, it's only 30 seconds. But that 30 seconds is going to be huge. I think that is going to move a ton of tickets for them at that point, because people will realize, oh, Vinnie might actually show up and we're gonna get to see what he looks like. Nobody really knows what this guy looks like in 2018. Now, I can almost guarantee he's gonna be wearing a wig, more than likely. I mean, he is a member of KISS, they all do that. And he's gonna be made up nice in the video and everything, but I'm curious what he looks like. So we haven't seen this guy outside of that mugshot for a really long time. And you know, supposedly he owns the ink makeup, and will he wear that at the convention? Who knows? Will he wear it in the promo video? Who knows? But it's going to be really intriguing to see that video. I'm very excited with that being just a couple days away. Whether you go to the convention or not, this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge having just a video on YouTube of Vinnie Vincent talking to a camera, just like me, talking to you, just like I am. 2018, well, 2017 when the video is released. That's going to be crazy, and I hope that comes out. You know, if somehow that doesn't come out, I think there'll be a big to-do and people will really start to question if Vinnie's going to show up. But I'm sure that they already had that, you know, recorded as of the announcement of the date that the video is going to go up, and they wanted to just hype it for a couple weeks there. So I am very excited to see that. Funny enough, will be in Atlanta when it comes out, but I will watch it on my phone. I'll find a computer. I'll do something. I gotta see that the second it's out, because it's new footage of Vinnie Vincent in 2017. That's just, again, mind blown, just mind blowing. That's crazy. I never thought we would see this. And the last thing I really want to address here is it makes me wonder if Vinnie is planning something. Is he going to announce something there? Is he working on a new project? In the FAQ on the website says he won't sign guitars because he's working on a new signature Vinnie Vincent model of guitars. That's interesting, don't get me wrong. I would love a Vinnie Vincent guitar, especially a new model in 2018, assuming I could afford it. He might put these things out for, you know, $10,000 and nobody can get one, but assuming that you can afford it, that's a cool product. But will he actually maybe announce a new music project? You know, maybe he'll put out a new record. I would love to hear new Vinnie Vincent music in 2018. I don't care if it's a reunion with the Vinnie Vincent Invasion or any of that stuff, even though getting those guys on board would be cool. You know, he supposedly still kind of lives on the outskirts of Nashville, and we all know Mark Slaughter's in Nashville, so I mean, that alone could be a possibility, but getting new music from him would be cool, or even if he announced some live dates. I mean, in all honesty, I don't know that I really see live dates happening, but maybe a record. I could see him putting a record out. You know, he's getting old just like all the KISS guys, and as unfortunate as it is to say, these guys don't have a huge amount of time left. I mean, Vinnie Vincent is 65 years old. I hope he lives to be 95. I hope he lives to be 127. I hope he lives to be 200, but let's just be realistic. A good 20 years left if he's lucky, and where is his playing at this point? Because he was such a shredder guy. I wonder where his playing is. You know, I've seen some things where people were talking about back at his last Expo appearances back in the mid-90s, he didn't even attempt the solos, you know, the 1,000 notes a minute stuff. He just played some rhythm at some of the guitar clinics and stuff. So it really makes you wonder if he still has the chops or the similar type of chops. Maybe he has matured as a guitar player. Maybe he's more of an Ace type of player now that has a little more feeling, because that was, of course, you know, one of Gene's complaints always about him is that he had no feeling. But let's just be honest, he wrote a lot of good records. I mean, he's on Creatures of the Night, Lick It Up, and Revenge, 3 of the best Kiss records. But I don't know, a new musical project announcement from Vinnie would be absolutely phenomenal. I would be very interested in hearing that, even if it's just a complete throwback. And honestly, that's what I'd want. I don't want him to put out a modern sounding butt rock record. I'd want a very much throwback Vinnie Vincent record in 2018. That would get me excited, and I think that's the only thing the fans would care about, because really he's gonna be dealing with hardcore Kiss fans and 80s hair metal fans if he puts out any music, so you might as well cater to your fan base. So that's really all I'm going to say today on this. That's all I'm going to talk about with this. So what do you guys think? We've had a little bit of time here to think about Vinnie Vincent coming into the public eye again. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about the video. Give it a thumbs up if you're interested in this. Let me know if you're coming. Maybe if I decide to go down, we can meet up and have an awesome Kimchi Chris meetup. And definitely hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and you've stuck it out this long, because I'm always putting up different music content, Kiss content, nerd content, all kinds of junk. So help the Kimchi Chris revolution. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.